Yaps. It's in the name. Yeah. But if we're gonna be honest, they're not the only places that are just going to everyone knows that, like America right now, we have our own issues. And this guy's fantastic. This guy is fantastic. Friedman, he exposed the No Kings protesters. This is a beautiful sight. I watched a little bit earlier. A lot of these people are just professional losers. They're psychotic. They have, a serious mental disorder. But mostly, they're just losers. They've always been losers. They're never going to be anything other than just a loser. And they are just professional victims. And I hate that they have infested this great country of America.
Round him up. He doesn't care.
But they committed a crime.
No, they
Why are
did
you
not.
touching
They did not.
Who are you with?
I'm with America.
No, but you asked me who
I'm with America. I mean, so am I, bitch.
am I with, so I'm asking you who are you with?
Well, you're acting like a reporter with a...
I am a reporter.
Yeah, okay.
You want to see my press credentials?
I want you to talk. No, I don't
Hey,
give
here's my
I want to let him talk. Let him talk.
press credentials.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so who are you with? All right, guys, we are outside the biggest protest in modern day American history, the No Kings protest. We're going to talk to some folks here and see what they really want. I love the pins. Gays against guns, abortion access, Harris Waltz, obviously. In the world of Putin's be a Zelensky, anti-dictator.
Make your way to 40th and 5th, and we're marching down to 26th.
About the directions and everything. I was going to see who she works with.
We're showing the world what democracy looks like.
It's that language. We're showing the world what democracy looks like. Well, chica, I think if we go back to the democracy, I mean that was formulated all the way back with Romans and the Greeks, right? But if you want to look at a modern democracy, you just look back at the inception of this great country. America is flawed, absolutely. We are not a perfect country, but God dang it, have we done so much good for the world and inspired so much of the world and given the world so much hope and a beacon of light to look towards for a better place. There's a reason why America is the most migrated country in the world, right? And with this being about migrants, my personal view of this, there needs to be two parts. Do I think we need this mass deportation? Yes. I think it should prioritize criminals, and this is where it gets messy. There's a blurred line of what is a criminal, because technically if you just cross the border and come in, that is illegal. If you get a work visa and you stay past your work visa, that is a crime that makes you break the law. Now, it's messy because our immigration system on how you become a citizen is very flawed. It's very bloated, and it is not efficient. So I think that needs to be that priority of reforming our immigration, doing an immigration reform, making it better, smoother, easier for people to become, true citizens of the country, to help, pay in for the social network. Because the issue is, if you just give everyone amnesty, the infrastructure of America would just go to shit with Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and everything along those lines. That's why you can't do it. So I'll get off my high horse, but I just felt like I needed to get it off of my chest.
If you see any trolls, do not take the bait. This is a peaceful protest.
Yeah, I don't know how...
the troll right here, but like, how peaceful is this? 86-47? Normally 86 means to get rid of. 47 being the 47th president.
peaceful this protest is, as this was one of many signs that I saw that were a direct threat to the United States president. Tell me what you're doing out here.
I became a citizen of this country 10 years back, right at New York Public Library. Here I am, after 10 years, protesting against a goddamn whiny little bitch. Trump is a fat, whiny bitch. And I think he wants to be a powerful person because he's got a small little fucking dick. And I think I know exactly what these kind of people are because
because he's like them. Somebody with a small dick who wants a lot of power.
He's a weak pussy who's got all people who have no.
Does this guy feel like he's projecting? I feel like this guy he is projecting. No.
self-control, anger issues. They've riled up people against. Look at the kind of people all get together here. Yeah. This is a fucking America. It's just not belongs to one group of people. Yeah. It's for all of us.
How did he win? How did he become president?
Because people are scared. They are. They don't think for the welfare of others. All they care about is themselves. Mm-hmm. It's very easy for people to be selfish, and it is very easy to scare people.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, it is true that people are not thinking about others because of the inflation of the economy, or the economy is just so tough right now that it's kind of hard not to think past how you got to take care of you and yours. But I feel like if once more, maybe I'm just on some copium, like just smoking some copium. But I feel like if our economy was in a much better place, America and its people are a very hospitable people. I mean, maybe I'm here in Georgia, we're in the South, and that's like, we take care of our community. Like once you're taken care of, the next best thing to do is like take care of those in your community. And I think that's, I think that's an important thing.
Happening all around the world. Yeah. It is happening in India, where people are scared. You have a strong man. It's happening in Israel, where you have Netanyahu, who's a strong man. It's happening in Turkey, where Erdogan is a strong man. It is essentially people are scared.
And what are people scared of?
Themselves, first of all. They are not confident about their lives. They think their lives are bad. They are comparing themselves to others, and that's it. They're not happy with what they are.
Why did more?
Wow, that's really insightful. I think he's nailing the head right on the coffin. And what's more, unfortunately, I think he's speaking on himself.
Legal immigrants vote for Trump this time than ever before.
It's not, again, we are no different. Yeah. Just because we are a legal immigrant doesn't mean we can be scared too.
Yeah.
No. I mean, well, if you're a legal immigrant and you're like stay past your work visa, or you stay past, you're a lot of time here, then yeah. But let's not get it twisted. It sucks because you see, like families getting ripped apart, but the priority should be around criminals. And I mean violent criminals.
And it is
staying past your work visa, student visa, or green card. I would not immediately put that in a violent criminal section. Is it criminal? Yes. But it's going to be on the bottom of my list. Top of my list is thieves, murderers, rapists. Those are the people that need to get out of this country. And not all of those people are illegal immigrants. Some of those are citizens, and they too need to be arrested and thrown out.
Essentially is that we are as selfish as any other group. So what we said is that, okay, I've got mine. Why don't I push the others who are following me? We are the worst, actually, compared to others.
That's scary. The worst?
Yeah, because we don't care for others. We all care for immigrants. Yeah, a lot of us, we say that we made it, and this country belongs to us.
What about the immigrants who risk their lives to come here, like crossing the border?
Exactly. I mean, the point is that once you made it yours, it's the same story. It happened to immigrants who came here who were Irish and Italians. Once they got settled, they said, okay, now it is ours. We don't want to give it to anybody else. It's as simple as that. Yeah. We are a selfish species.
So like the ones who are come here illegally and they're getting benefits in those migrant shelters, they're just in it for themselves?
They're in there for themselves, but we should protect them. Okay. We should take care of people, right? We should take care of each other, and that's all. We've got one life. Yeah. We've got one place.
I don't disagree with him, right? Like, I'm somebody who definitely in today's day and age would probably fall into the Republican category, but I still believe in social programs, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. I think that with as powerful and wealthy as a country, we should have an infrastructure to help the people in this country who are just at the very bottom, right? I think there should be an infrastructure, but it should be for those people. It's not for everybody. It's impossible to be for everybody. We have to be able to take care of ours, and we have to have a distinction of who's an American and who's not. And it's okay to do that. It's not bad. It's not racist.
Keep having those migrant shelters. I saw they're closing this summer.
That's, again, we try to hurt people who are the most...
The politicians only care about themselves.
It's not just politicians. I'm sorry.
Like everybody.
No, it's not just politicians, but it is a Republican politician. Let's not get carried away with this thing. There are two parties. One is a party of Nazis and fascists. The other party may not be all put together.
And Nazis, like, what do you mean by Nazis? Because
do you see that? Do you see this is where I get frustrated. You're gonna call one side Nazis and racist, which has been used so much so now that it doesn't even have any weight, and then the other side that has so many issues, and he's just like, we're just not really put together. You could literally say that about the right side too, then, right? Like
fascists, people who want to use groups against each other, who feel that they can put one group of people in concentration camps.
Do you feel like Republicans want to kill Jews?
Yes. They want to kill Jews. They want to kill black people. They want to kill brown.
Can I just ask you, are you,
she's like, whoa, kill Jews? Hold on, what's going on here?
your credentials and what you're
Oh,
you're
my name is
representing?
Nate. I just have a YouTube channel.
Nate, so
Yeah.
we don't know what side Nate is
Let him.
on.
What does it matter what side Nate is on? He's just having a conversation. You see how this lady is over here trying to diffuse this conversation from even happening? They come in here thinking that they have some control, like they could just shut down somebody's conversation. She has no idea who this guy is. She has no idea who this guy is, and she's coming in here just trying to stop the conversation. It's Asmongold is 100% right. It is literally white Karens that are ruining America.
Let him.
I know, but
I
just
will.
so you know,
I don't care.
Just so you know, I'm with a group that is just pointing out that there are some folks here who will take words.
You see this right-wing troll? This is so the best way to combat bad speech is with better speech. And if you don't like the opposing side's viewpoints, come in with your own viewpoints, and if it's good enough, the other side, if they're open to it, will say, maybe I was wrong. But you got to show you have the same ability to do that as well. Sometimes there's information coming across, and you're like, well, son of a gun, I take back what I said.
And
Let
turn
them do it. I don't care.
Let us have a
But
conversation.
I don't care.
I'm just saying,
I don't give a shit. Let them deport me.
No,
Who
no,
the
no.
fuck
But they-
cares about
but
these?
people will
These are
cut-
fucking.
Thank you.
These are cunts who have no fucking balls and they will troll. Let them troll.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I'm just giving
I
you
don't
fair
give a
warning.
shit
I'm
about
giving-
trolls.
I'm giving you fair warning.
I know
Okay, well, then get out of here. Like, just obviously you're not welcome, lady. So leave this conversation.
that. I don't give a shit about.
Who is she
If
with?
we are
Why is she
scared,
not letting you talk?
I don't care about trolls like Charlie Kirk, Fuentes, and these fucking white ass bitches. I don't give a shit about them.
And that's who you just might be speaking
But-
to.
but
Let them share it. You know what, trolls? Fuck you. I don't give a shit.
Can I ask who are you with?
Come
Can I
get
ask
me.
who are you with?
Thank you.
Who are you with?
I'm with America.
No, but you asked me who am I with, so I'm asking you who are you with?
Well, you're acting like a reporter with a.
I am a reporter.
Yeah, okay.
You wanna see my press credentials?
I want to talk. I don't
Wait,
give.
here's my press credentials.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so who are you with?
I'm right now. I'm representing myself, and I'm representing the folks at Rise and
So-
Resist who
You see how she's trying to disassociate herself with this whole thing?
have been
Okay, so
trained
Rise
to
and
be
Resist.
She's like, I'm here with America, myself, and this company, Rise and Resist.
marshals.
How much?
You're like, what is that?
How much do they pay you to wear this vest?
Absolutely nothing.
Really? So
She's over here taking a picture of him like, yo, don't, if you see this guy, run away from him.
I did some digging, and the woman trying to stop my interview is named Karen Shaw. She is a professional
I told you, it's Karen. It's the Karens that are doing it.
protester. I found her at almost 100 different protests. Let's look at her portfolio, shall we? Here's her outside Trump Tower saying TikTok time's up. Here's her saying ban guns, not drag. Amazing. This is her telling us that lies have consequences. She is also very passionate about abortion. Even in the video right now, she's just wearing a hat that says abortion on it. This is deranged behavior, by the way. I studied psychology in college, and I'm confident that I can diagnose this person as insane. Sometimes she gets less creative, though, and just holds a sign that says enough. Now, here I found her working with a different professional protester that I've exposed. This is Stuart Waldman. He was there
I don't know how smart it is. I mean, granted, this is exactly kind of what these people deserve, is to have their names and information doxed like this, but at the same time, are we really about that? Like, that's a slippery slope, Nate. Nate, that is a slippery slope. I understand that you are a public figure and a public journalist with your name on a YouTube channel. Same. But even if I disagree with somebody, I don't think I'm going to be like, yo, fucking Golden Shades over here. His name is Stuart Waldron. Lives in 4232 Willowdrip Way.
there when they raised the Palestinian flag over City Hall in Rhode Island.
Everyone knows you.
Everyone knows me?
You you are. They know what you do.
I know what you do as well, Stuart Waldman. You are on the board of riseandresist.org, the company that is paying people like Karen for a second job as a professional protester.
NGO, and oh my God, she has a whistle with a right-wing troll. This guy hasn't even said anything right-wing. He's literally just asked questions. Do you see this? This is how these people work. These NGOs. This NGO is getting money from the government, whether it be from direct Democrats or from George Soros or any one of those kind of organizations where they say, hey, we need to cause chaos. We can't directly do it, so we're going to pay somebody else to cause chaos on our behalf.
And the donation link to give you money is just Act Blue, which is the fundraising platform for the Democrat Party. That's who you are, Stuart Waldman. Now back to Karen. I found her with another professional protester that I've exposed. This was back at the Tesla protest.
Shit.
This is just a few photos of this other professional protester out of maybe 50 that I found. It's clearly a
It's kind of scary. That kind of looks like Lauren's mom.
very well-established industry, and Rise and Resist is just the tip of the iceberg. Now here's some more about Karen. I did find her Instagram where she just documents herself vandalizing New York City. She puts these chalk signs all over the place, like this one right outside the Trump Hotel. She also
No. This is the one. This is where I am not here for this.
chalk signs.
Stay outraged. No. No good decisions ever come out when someone is mad or outraged. No good decision is ever made there. Thinking with your emotions is not how you get out of this situation. You've only thought with emotions. That's what's got you into this situation. It's not what is going to get you out of this situation.
All over the place, like this one right outside the Trump Hotel. She also likes to flip off Cybertrucks and just post that on Instagram as well. If you just scroll through her profile on Instagram, it is the best case study for reopening the asylums that you can possibly make. Now, Karen is the Associate Director of Development and Special Events at Lincoln Center Theater, which is devastating because Lincoln Center is a beautiful place that just got a little less beautiful after learning that piece of information.
I asked me how much do I wear to wear this vest. I got it at sale.
You seem passionate about it. I'm with you, brother.
Cute
Yeah.
to all the fucking right-wing Nazis and fucking
That's right.
says, right?
Yeah.
Charlie
But
Kirk, Nick
if-
Fuentes.
Let me
all
just ask
these
you,
assholes.
just let me say, if Republicans want to kill Jews, why is Trump so with Israel? Like, what?
Israelis and Jews are not the same people. Jews are different people, okay?
His daughter is Jewish.
His daughter is not Jewish. She's married to a Jewish
No, she
man.
converted to Judaism.
Who gives a shit? I'm an atheist. I don't give a shit about somebody being Jewish, Hindu, Muslim, or
What the fuck? He's just asking questions, and it's true. All of these things are true.
anything like that. Who gives a shit?
Okay.
Okay?
What song is that?
What is it? What's your problem?
What
Talk
is-
to me, man.
Yeah,
What's
I
your
know, but
fucking
this is-
problem?
Oh my God, this guy.
This is so
What you're trying to? Yeah.
filming?
No, yeah. Film me, man.
This is amazing. What song is that? We're gonna put you on YouTube. It sounds good.
Yeah, we're gathered here, but the rally is March now on Fifth Avenue.
You're doing this for free. You're just this passionate about it.
Yeah,
It's a mental illness, you know. What can you do?
1 second.
Right here. Thank you. And why do you want it? What's up? Why?
We're going to get back to this nice fan of the channel in just a second, and I cannot believe this.
I mean, what's more? Look at these guys. These guys look like fucking losers. You think this guy's ever done anything in his life? Nah. This guy peaked in like 8th grade and is still writing on it. This guy peaked at like junior varsity in high school, and that's it. This guy's a loser, guys. Please don't grow up to be like this guy. That should be like on everyone's motive. Don't grow up to be like this guy.
This video gets
And you know he's a little pussy because he just runs up and says, fuck you, and then walks away, right? And he turns over the shoulder like, oh my God, he called me out.
even more insane by the minute. But first,
You guys can see that this protest isn't all authentic, and that's because it is funded by tons of NGOs. And that's why we see U.S. Senator Josh Hawley launching an investigation into paid.
This is why the American people do not trust the government, is because they are funding shit like this. NGOs stand for non-government organizations, but they are funded completely by government bodies.
protest funding. Now, have you noticed that depending on what news source you're reading, it feels like something entirely different is happening at these protests? The left is focused on dozens of LA mayors demanding that the Trump administration stop the ICE raids, while the right is focused on who is funding these protests. Whether it be launching an investigation into the funding or just about the FBI catching a guy passing out riot gear in LA from his car, not exactly something you'd think of as unpaid work. But that discrepancy in the media is why I use Ground News, so I can understand both sides to do my job better. Ground News is absolutely the best news app and website that shows you how the same story is being covered across the political spectrum. You can use Ground News.
I don't know. I mean, I know this is an ad, so
for simply entertainment purposes, but it's also legitimate.
But the bias counter on that, it's like, who is deciding what source is right wing and what is left wing? I mean, sometimes I get that it's obvious, but when it's blending the lines and blurring the lines, like, are you paying to be a Republican, outlet? Are you electing to be known as right wing or left wing? Like, I don't know. That's my thoughts when I hear Ground app.
Is one-sided spin and want to take control of your news? Then subscribe to Ground News and get 40% off the Vantage plan, the same plan I use, at ground.news/Friedman, or just use the QR code right here. You'll be directly supporting this channel and helping me to continue to have security at these protests. And that's ground.news/Friedman. And now back to the protest.
Right here.
Thank you. And why do you want it? What's up? Why fuck me? Tell me. No, tell me. Let's talk, man.
Go talk. He just walks away.
We believe in facts.
Okay, and I don't?
Yep.
How do I not believe in facts? Tell me. Give an example of one time I don't believe in facts.
So the reason that...
Can you shut up? It's so annoying.
So Stephen Miller fired all the ICE people who were in, and he has a quota, which is what the Nazis did, and he just wants rounding them up. Round up 3,000 people a day. Round them up. Round them up.
This lady is super annoying. Like, he's just trying to have conversations with these people, and she's just labeling him as a right-wing troll. He's just going and asking questions. He's not maybe kind of directing them in a certain way. But still, you got, like, the best way to combat bad speech is with good speech. And at least this lady is taking the bait.
He doesn't care.
But they committed a crime.
No, they
Why are
did
you
not.
touching
They did not. They did not. No, they did not. They did. So that's the fact. That is not a fact.
They're not here illegally.
Yes. No, they're not. And being illegal is actually not a crime.
This is like, if you have to play mental gymnastics, if someone is a non-documented worker, if you are not here documented with a car, with all, like at least some form of documentation, that is a crime. I don't care if it's a petty crime, a low-hanging crime, it is a crime. Now, granted, you guys have heard me earlier in the video, I don't think those are the people that should be targeted right away. It should be the, violent crime offenders. But if you're an undocumented person, if you're an illegal alien, a legal immigrant, let's call it for what it is, that is a crime.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not. No, it is not. See,
okay.
Here, just so we could do, is going to a country, another country, without permission, a crime. Yes, it is a crime to enter another country without permission.
Yeah, tell me.
No, it is not.
Okay.
So they're rounding up pregnant women, kids, people. Oh, they rounded up someone who had they are rounding up people who are legally here, but they had a misdemeanor. Do you know what a misdemeanor is?
Yeah, they made a few.
Yes, okay, but if you're here legally and you break the law, misdemeanor or not, that could be running a red light, that could be not stopping at a stop sign, that, like, there's a lot of different things that puts you in a crime. You can't be here.
Mistakes out of
no,
like
they didn't pay their parking ticket. But Donald Trump has 34 counts against him, and he is a rapist. A rapist.
No, so you can't like, no, it's been accused and not followed through. Like, oh my god.
So those are the facts.
How is he a rapist? When was he a rapist? Be safe. I'm not.
You don't know when he was. You don't watch.
This is the issue. Is like you're calling at them asking, and they're like, you don't know, you don't know. All of these people just are perpetually on the internet and can't have good conversations. This lady is still going on in the background.
When he raped somebody?
He's here to don't feed the trolls.
How old am I? Guess.
Don't feed the trolls.
Don't feed the trolls.
We're headed south on 50.
How old do you think I am?
Thank you. He means nothing. Thank you. He means nothing. Thank you.
He means nothing.
What's
He
pathetic?
means nothing. You won't even have a conversation, dude. The only thing that's pathetic is you thinking you will wear this kind of thing outside with how tight it is around your gut. That's the only thing pathetic here, you fucking sack of shit loser.
It's nothing.
How am I pathetic? Say why I'm pathetic.
Feed the trolls.
Are you?
Feed the trolls.
Do you wanna tell your boss that you're assigned to me today?
All right, so I had a feeling that although this woman is assigned to me for the day, I think I could outrun her, so that's what I did. And while I outrun her, I want to tell you that the woman I just spoke to, who was just completely unhinged, touching my hand while she
Absolutely unhinged.
was being interviewed, she's a therapist charging $150 a session. If you don't agree with her on everything, I wouldn't go to her for therapy. And I guess that was her husband who was saying F you to me, and his only reason for saying it was that I was
You know that she wears a peg set at night and pegs him right in the booty hole. This is a guy who looks like he likes it up the ass.
pathetic, no actual reason.
Which, hey, if you do, no,
Oh, this
no
is
hate.
I like your hat.
Not my thing.
Make America Mexico
That's
again.
right.
Can you tell me about it?
So I was in Mexico before he was elected the first time, and I bought this hat. And I've been saving it to wear because people don't always read your hat.
She literally. Oh, this grandma's a loser.
Yeah.
And they assume what's
Yeah.
on it. So
Yeah, you didn't seem like a MAGA type, so I just
I'm a mama type.
yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
mama type, right?
Cool. Can you tell
So she just wants attention for her hat. She's like, I thought it looked funny, and I thought one day I'd wear it and people would notice. And that's it. Uh-huh.
the audience more about like when America was Mexico and stuff like that?
What are you filming this for?
My YouTube channel.
You
Yeah.
have a YouTube channel?
I'm a New Yorker, yeah, and I put this stuff on YouTube.
Okay. So when did I realize? When
Yeah.
did I become a devout anti-racist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say
Yeah,
probably
yeah. Devout anti-racist. Like we're all just openly racist here.
about 25
Even though I think America's probably one of the least racist actual countries in this, on the planet.
years ago as a white person that, I just sort of glide through around here, but
Yeah.
everybody's an immigrant, even two of your wives, mister, and your grandfather was an immigrant too.
Two of your wives? Are you just assuming this guy's a baller? I mean, Nate's kind of a good-looking guy. I just don't know if he's pulling it like that.
So,
And if you are, Nate, a round of applause, my friend.
his anger and his callousness and his disregard for humanity, he has no humanity, and so takes away hope from people. So
Yeah.
anyway, when did I become aware of it? So I would say like 20, 30 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
That
But I mean specifically about America being Mexico. Like
yeah, I mean, Texas was Mexico. Parts of California was Mexico. I mean,
And then it was sold after the Spanish-American War. They said that we don't want it no more and we'll sell it to you. So it's been that way for a while now.
and it was indigenous people who lived here. That's
Yeah.
who lived here.
Yeah.
Indigenous people or enslaved people were forced to come here, but everybody else was an immigrant. So
Do you mean on like a technicality, like we should make Texas and California like back to
No.
Mexico, or more so just like
I'm
the
just
sentiment?
saying it's a sentiment.
Yeah.
If you're going to be so cruel to people,
Yeah.
where do we go back and make reparations to people
Yeah.
instead of honoring the immigrants that have come from Mexico and
Definitely.
from all of South America? So
Yeah.
anyway, it's
Awesome.
it's a statement
Cool.
more than
No, I think I actually am picking up what she's putting down. So maybe Grandma's not necessarily a loser, because I do agree with her in the sense of, like, if we're talking about these, we'll call them the non-American jobs, which is like farming, maybe construction, which I still think there's a bunch of white boys who are great farmers and great carpenters and great constructionists who take these jobs. But I get that 80% of that job labor, the employment section of it, is probably immigrants. So my issue is not with them. It is the incentives that the businesses have to force them to hire those people, right? Like that's who I'm most frustrated with, is the businesses that are kind of propping this up here in America and not paying Americans a good wage and working for immigrants who are paying for immigrants who will do it for half the price. Like, there has to be some kind of balance, right? And you have to respect that those kind of people, and Trump's even gone back on his word a little bit on deporting some of the people in construction sites and farmland, just because it's like, that is a major staple of our economy, and we don't really want to mess with that.
More than a, I don't know, maybe it should become Mexico again. 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
we're-
maybe?
We're in a mess, aren't
Yeah,
we? We're
yeah,
in a mess.
yeah.
And here's my umbrella. You can take a picture of that.
Oh yeah. What is it? Oh, does it say ice?
It says no ice.
No ice. No ice. Okay. Looks like it's heating up, so I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye. Oh, this is a nice. What is this sign? What does it say? Is it in Hebrew?
Camp Kinderland.
Camp Kinderland.
Upside down, we need to flip it.
What is Camp Kinderland?
It's a progressive camp focusing on social justice.
Is it like what? It's like a summer camp or something?
Summer camp.
Oh, summer camp. Okay.
Started
Is
off
it?
as Jewish, but
is
it's
it-
not Jewish anymore.
Okay. Is it like for kids or for like adults?
Kids.
Oh, kids. Okay. What does it mean for
brainwash
like what does social justice mean like for kids that are coming there?
Kids, like for example, they have a summer Olympics. They pick teams focused on social justice, like labor workers, sanitation workers, women's rights,
Yeah.
and they learn the curriculum.
Do they talk about like politics like Trump and stuff as well?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some things that they say about Trump at the camp?
I'm not up there, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Who are you with?
I'm independent.
Of
yeah.
course.
Who are you with?
My name's Nate. All right, so yeah, here's her protesting for the judge that was harboring any illegal immigrants, kind of what you would expect. As far as a summer camp for social justice, I wouldn't send your kids to that. I'm not a parent yet, but I feel like that's not a great idea. It should be
Agreed.
a bipartisan thing that we should not involve kids into this. It's what do
Yeah.
they have to do with it? Let them enjoy their lives. I got a quick question
them-
for you
let-
guys.
let them get
I have a
on their own.
YouTube channel, and I saw I
You have
haven't
to
heard
give
of
them
this
credit
website. Can you
because
tell me about
At
it?
once upon a time, you were a kid, and hopefully you thought you were smart enough to learn it on your own.
Sorry.
I don't have any information.
Oh, okay. Does she? Hi, ma'am. I got a quick question. I saw the back of your vest, and I was wondering what riseandresist.org is.
Sorry.
They're reading the thing. So, like, if you work for this company, they're like, do not associate with any of the press. We're going to pay you. Just direct people and point where the trolls will be.
At the very start of the protest, I saw a guy with a giant F Trump flag. I feel like I just had to talk to him. Feel like he would be an interesting guy to talk to. So here that is, and you'll recognize their blue jacket in the back that I interviewed at the beginning of this video. Yo, my man, I saw the flag. This is a big flag.
Yeah, it's actually getting heavy after a while.
Can you,
I can take turns.
do you have a message for Donald Trump on his birthday?
Fuck you.
Okay, and tell me why. Tell me like why we hate Trump.
Because he's trying to dismantle our democracy. He doesn't understand that the full civil, the Constitution, the civil rights that we've been granted by the Constitution, the people that fought for that Constitution over the last 200 years, and all those that are fighting every day to make sure that we can keep rights for our children.
Yeah. And for those who are out of the loop, how is he destroying our democracy?
I was about to say, can you please inform me how he is unraveling democracy or whatever he said?
Basically, he has cut through some of the constitutional protections that have been given to our democracy, that have been given to individuals, women. He's going after people without due
I don't think he's going after any women's rights so far. Could be wrong.
process, trying to have ICE put them into different holding detention centers, just like they have done in other. What am I looking for in other?
Yeah, I guess you mean.
Yeah.
Can I just pull your sign
Yes.
so we can take a picture?
Yeah, this is gonna get a lot of attention.
We were trying to.
Get wet
Do
the
we
whole-
love this flag or what?
Oh, that's better.
Now you're talking.
Love it. Yeah. Thank you. Great sign.
God bless.
So
Do you believe that Trump is a king?
I believe he'd like to be. I believe he's going to subvert the Constitution again and try to find a way to run for that third term. I don't believe
I don't think he is.
that he has any really vested love interest in the United States as much as he does in Trump and in money. And I don't think he actually cares for any single individual voter in this country.
Yeah.
I think he's just a scam artist.
Gotcha. I know.
And the issue is with somebody like this, and I think with both of these guys from this video, we could tell that there's nothing you could say, do, show these guys that would change their mind.
Notice your pin, ma'am. You have the. I have a quick question for you. Yeah, I'm asking some of the women out here who have pins like that. What do you say to the women who voted for Trump? Like 45% of women voted for Trump.
Women against Trump.
I think that they're just not thinking about what they're doing for their daughters and their, you know, just screwing up our human rights.
Kind of lost. Yeah.
Okay, and now I want to just zoom out and show you the scope of this protest and just how large it is. Also, I'm cutting through the protest here. I'm trying to get to the front, but it's actually blending in with another street, and it was impossible to actually get to the front. I did meet some interesting people on the way, though.
Is Air Force One?
Yeah, that's Air Force One. It's a Marie Antoinette reference.
Yeah.
I ended up speaking with this guy who says that he stands with Iran. So, of course, this is going to be an interesting conversation.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Nate. I'm just pressed, and I see you have a different kind of sign. Can you tell me about it?
Sure. My sign says I stand with Iran. So we're with the Veterans for Peace. We're against the war, the horror of killing innocent people.
You're a vet, and they've actively gone and out and said that they want death to America?
In Palestine, and we've extended. Netanyahu has brought another lie and has extended this war. They premeditated this whole thing, faking peace negotiations this whole time, and we and Israel have now unprovoked attacked Iran under the guise.
I don't know if it's unprovoked either. You go back a few years back, not even a few years, like 20, yeah, I guess a few years. Iran attacked Israel, and Israel said, we will retaliate when we're ready.
That they have a nuclear weapon. They've been talking about this for 25 years. It's been a lie for 25 years. IAEA has been there for all this time checking things out. They don't have a nuke. They never would want to nuke America ever, ever, ever.
I very much disagree with. They say death to America all the time. So I think Iran would be one of the first countries to pull that trigger.
Been to Iran.
And what about the supreme leader of?
What's more, the people are not the issue; it's the government body
of Iran saying like "death to America." Is that just like words?
Well, that's bullshit, and that's part of our propaganda.
اینی که شما میگید مرگ در آمریکا این یه شعار نیست صرفاً این یک خط مشیه علتش هم همین است که گفتم.
So yeah, that's literally the supreme leader of Iran saying death to America, but apparently that's propaganda now.
Yeah, no, it's literally their whole motive.
He doesn't believe in death to America. He wants alliance with America. So we got to stop pushing those lies. They've been pleading for dialogue.
No, they have not.
And they also don't say death to Israel. What they say death to is apartheid and occupation of Palestine.
I think this guy. I think this guy's so lost. I feel so bad for him.
That's what they have been fighting all these years. But we turn it around, our propaganda, saying they want to kill all Jews. Do you know that there are Jewish synagogues in Iran for hundreds of years? They are still there. People practice their Jewish faith freely.
What percentage of Jews are there in Iran?
Not many right now. Yeah. And Israel is really...
yeah, not really right now, yeah. 1%.
Has done a good job with giving them a hard time in Iran.
Israel says they went after Iran largely because also they are funding Hamas and Hezbollah. Do you think that's true?
Iran has been supportive of movements that try to stop the slaughter of innocent people.
By slaughtering other people. Do you see the flaw in that logic?
They do not supply, they didn't start Hamas. Israel started Hamas. You got to know that, right?
How did Israel start Hamas?
They funded them. They wanted another faction to split up the PLO. Yeah. You got to know your history.
So one thing I was reading about the other day was that like there's footage of Hamas thanking Iran for funding. Why would
probably bullshit? You got to really.
All right, I hate to keep doing this, but the guy's lying every 3 seconds. So here you go.
ماديا وسياسيا وإعلاميا وشعبيا قدمتوه لنا شكرا لدعمكم الشعبي والرسمي وقد التقينا بالمسؤولين وسماحة القائد في إيران.
All right, you get the idea. The guy is literally thanking Iran on video. And what can you do with these people?
It's probably bullshit.
I'm just not getting the right information.
Nothing. These people, you can't show them nothing, tell them nothing, introduce them to nothing that'll have them go back and say, shit, I was wrong.
Well, I'm not getting right information. What should I read? Like, what news source should I read for this?
Go to Iranian news sources in Iran. Go to Al Jazeera. Go to, Judge Napolitano interviews a number of CIA agents that know. Jeffrey Sachs. He's another Jewish. We, by the way, Veterans for Peace here are led by a number of Jewish. The president of Veterans for Peace is Jewish. We've known about the lies for a long time. Yeah. So they've just been spreading lies.
Is Israel a perfect place? Probably not. No country is absolutely perfect, but I don't know if it's so easy to be on one side or the other in this war.
It's only about Iran.
What do you think about the attacks on the response from Iran to hit Tel Aviv? Do you think that was the right thing to do?
Well, Israel purposely has put its command center. It's in the center of Tel Aviv. Their command center's in Tel Aviv.
It's not like it's a big country.
What are they supposed to do? This is real
That's
defense,
true.
right?
That's what they say about Hamas putting their military bases under civilians as well.
It's been proven to be wrong. They've gone into every hospital. All the doctors said.
Okay, we're back. So here's inside Hamas tunnel base beneath a hospital. Okay, and it's from the IDF footage. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to trust that, if I'm only allowed to trust Iranian media. You know, honestly, the hypocrisy is amazing, because if I cite something that Caroline Levitt said in their press conference, it's not reliable information. But it is reliable if Iran says something from their press conference. I mean, these people
just don't trust our own government, right? They just don't trust it in a sense that they have taken the pill and they are full. It is in its full kick right now.
Hate America so much, it's pretty astounding. Anyway, I'm not even gonna have you watch this. You can just go through it. This is just them literally giving a tour of it under the hospital. You get the idea. It's unbelievable.
What? No, they haven't shown us any evidence. But yes, we heard that right from the start. All the high rises that were going down from 2023, right after October, we said, oh yeah, Hamas is in there, Hamas is in there, Hamas is in there. Those are lies. You're killing. It's called indiscriminate killing. Yeah. That is a war crime, and we're supporting that.
Last question. There's a lot of misconceptions about people like you stand with Iran. Do you think that October 7th? Do you condemn October 7th?
Everyone condemns October 7th. Yeah.
At least you said that. That's a W from this guy.
For God's sake, we're against killing of anyone. Yeah. And Hamas, by the way, people should read up about Hamas. They have a political wing. They have a civil wing.
This guy follows Hassan Piker 100%.
Then they have a military wing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm surprised when he said, "Who do I need to watch?" He didn't bring up Hassan Piker.
So the IDF, or the IOF, as we say, the atrocities being they've cut out.
And that's the thing. That's like what people will say to you.
You can't go there right now.
Right. And what the other side will say is like, well, Hamas is being funded by Iran, and October 7th was Hamas, and in which case that Hamas is not really. They're looking to kill innocent civilians.
No, it's not true. Hamas changed their whole dictum like 8 years ago.
Yeah, this guy totally watches Hassan.
Yeah.
So people, Israel, pro-Israelis, keep repeating that Hamas wants to kill Jews and destroy it.
Because that's what Hamas says, I think. No?
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying.
To the river, to the sea, or to the sky, or something like that. They're gonna. Yeah, I think that's like their chant.
بالسكاكين امعطوا رقاب اليهود كلها هي تقف على العرق من هان 5 شيكل تشتري لك سكينه واضيه مضيها وهنا على طول حزه 5 شيكل.
Read their declaration. They changed it in 2017. They did say that because, frankly, they were tired of being put in a prison and having their people put in thousands of Palestinians in prisons, tortured as well. So anyway, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you,
and
sir. Thank you.
You know, as a journalist, that you're not allowed to step foot in West Bank and Gaza. You'll be shot and killed. I know you support Israel.
I would be shot and killed by Hamas.
No, you wouldn't. They do not shoot journalists. I'm sorry, they haven't. We know who shoots and kills journalists.
But they use journalists to shoot other people.
That's not true either.
Well, alrighty, we are back. So. This is a man in a press uniform who is going to give his uniform to a Hamas soldier so that he can disguise himself as press. Take a look. And we see him just give him the uniform. Amazing. But that's not happening, right?
Why won't they release the hostages?
Look, how many hostages are left alive? It's amazing that they're still alive because they've been bombed for, what,
You see how he's skating around these questions, man?
20 months now. Israel's been bombing and killed many of the hostages themselves. And how they're feeding them, I have no idea. Their own people are starving and they're feeding hostages.
So they're being
this whole
treated
time.
well?
I would like all... No, I wouldn't.
So I don't know. I just want to know. Like, so give back the hostages, is what you said.
Of course, I would like all hostages to be released. However, pro-Israelis, that's all they say. They come up to and say, release the hostages, talking about 12, 15, 20 people. Of course, my heart goes out to them and their families. I want them released. Yes, do it now. But I've always said from the start, so you're going to release hostages, that will stop what's happening? No, it won't. It never was. From the start, we knew it wasn't about that. It's about taking over Palestine.
This is an interesting. I really appreciate you having this with me. This is nice. What is why do I see video?
At least this guy was going back and forth and not even being like mean to him. This was a good convo. Granted, it didn't really get anywhere, but this was the best convo out of all the ones that he's had.
Videos of Gaza as like, oh sorry, why do I see videos of Gaza looking like a pretty nice place before October 7th? And of course after October 7th it looks different, but it looked as though Israel was not bombing Gaza before, because they relinquished control in 2005.
They do something called mowing the lawn every couple of years. Well, look it up. Okay. Mowing the lawn. Israel does these things where they go in and they basically kill a couple of thousand people and they do a lot of destruction. It's called mowing the lawn.
They do it like discreetly.
They do it not so discreetly because our media doesn't cover it. But we know it, those who pay attention. Those who've been to Palestine areas. I have. I haven't been in 22 years.
Well, you can't go to Palestine because Palestine's not a place. It's a people. So no one is technically from Palestine. There's Palestinians, but no Palestinians. You know, like this guy's kind of foobarred his words a couple times now.
Years, but 22 years ago,
with the color of his hair, we'll give him some grace.
It sucked. Let me tell you, going through checkpoints, sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked. And I'm an American with white skin.
Yeah.
It was a lot. But the way they were talked to, the way a grandfather and their grandchildren had to go through those checkpoints, it was really just inhumane.
Sorry, I appreciate you so much.
What's your name?
My name's Nate.
All right, Nate.
I appreciate you having this conversation with me.
Well,
a lot of people don't want to talk, and I appreciate you.
Oh, God bless you, Nate.
Thank you
for listening. That's the most important thing
Appreciate
you
it.
can do.
And if we can make a deal, so when I get home, I'm going to look up some of the stuff that you mentioned.
Sure.
And will you look up there's some videos of Hamas saying that they want to kill Jews after 2017. Will you look at those videos?
Sure.
Okay. I appreciate it.
I look at so many videos, and I look at everything from every side.
Yeah.
At least I doubt he will, but at least, you know, like, this is the type of guy you want to have a conversation with, because he can at least go back and forth and he has some information, maybe something that you're not even aware about, open your eyes a little bit, but also wrong and like was pretty like, no, I'm right.
And I've asked for
wrong.
Give me the proof about the headquarters and the hospitals.
you know what? One thing I want you to look at is Gaza celebrating after October 7th. Look at the civilians celebrating, and look at how civilians were breaking through the walls themselves. Not just Hamas, but civilians as well.
You focused on.
No, I'm just saying. Will you look at?
He's just saying, look at it. Just look at it. But I appreciate what Nate was doing in this video. That was very powerful. And once more, I think the best way to combat bad speech is with good speech. But if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down, like the video, share, subscribe. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me live, all 5 of you right now. You are all legends. So with that said, make somebody laugh today, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the next stream. Peace.